Hello, friends, and thank you for tuning in to our broadcast today. In a few moments, we're going to take you into a live session where Bishop Wayne was teaching a message designed to feed your faith and to elevate your understanding. We invite you to join in as if you were here in person and to light up the chat box with your comments and confirmations. This hour of power is your time to recharge, to renew, and even to reset your mind for a life of purpose, passion, and power. At the end of this message, we have an important announcement for you. So do stay tuned. But now let's go into the hour of power with Bishop Wayne Malcolm.
So I'm going to start today by talking about the true source of money. The true source of money. Where does money come from? And what is it anyway? And I do this because there are certain illusions that we entertain about money that limit us or that blind us to what it really takes to untap the flow of money into your life. And so I want to talk about what money is. Now, so I suppose if I throw out the question, what is money? It's quite difficult to answer, isn't it? Is it paper? Is it digits on the screen? What is it? Who thinks you know the answer? I love that. That's right. You're a well-trained church. Who am I kidding? All right? You all know, right? Money is sometimes referred to as liquid. Okay? You'll hear banks and countries talking about liquidity. Money is liquid because currency was made to move. And it is only worth the value you can exchange it for. Money is only worth the value you can exchange it for. When I say value, I'm talking about products and services that you can exchange it for. That's all it is worth. In that respect, it is a reflection of value. Money is a reflection of value. It is only worth what you can exchange it for. It was made to move. Why? Because you can't live in money. You can't eat money. You can't wash with money. You can't drive money. But you can exchange it for items of value. You can exchange it for services. And so it only becomes valuable at the point of exchange. Before exchange, it is potential value. Okay? It is potential value. But it becomes value when you exchange it for something of value. In that respect, money is a reflection of value. Now, if you were stuck and stranded on a desert island, would you want to have a box full of money or a box full of food and supplies? Huh? Right? Now, some folks will say, no, I want the box full of money. The problem is, you can't spend it. Okay? So, if money is a reflection of value, how do you change the reflection in a mirror? Do you go into the mirror and make adjustments? No, you can only change the thing that is being reflected. Which means that if you obsess about money, you are probably not going to make any. What you should instead obsess about is creating value. Because the more value you can create, the more money you will attract. Because people only ever give money in exchange for value. Is that right? You only ever get money in exchange for value, even if you're paid to do a job, right? Why is your employer going to give you money at the end of the week or the day or the month? It is a reflection of the value that you have brought to the company. And so you never make more money by trying to make more money as an entrepreneur. You make more money by trying to create more value. So I want you to say with me, say, I am a creator of value. Say, I am a creator of massive value. Woo. Say, little value, little money. Say, much value, much money. So what I want to do now is define value. Woo. What is value? Are you ready? Value is any goods or services that solve a problem. This is deep. Anything solving a problem for you is of value to you. Is that right? So the social media issue, where is the value? In solving the problem for the middle-aged entrepreneur who doesn't want to go into all of that because it's another skill that they have to learn and they don't want to learn it and it's changing rapidly. So I'd rather pay someone to do it for me. What am I doing? I am valuing your skill set because it solves a problem for me. So now I don't even want you to think of yourself as an entrepreneur, because sometimes that phrase conjures up the idea of being a business person. Suit, tie, office attire. I'm a business person. Instead, I want you to think of yourself as a professional problem solver. What do you say? I am a professional, well-paid problem solver. Where does value start? Value starts with a problem. And the difference between the entrepreneur and the consumer is that consumers run away from problems while entrepreneurs run towards them. Because in the eyes of an entrepreneur, a problem is an opportunity. If there's a problem anywhere near me that I have the skill set to solve, that is an opportunity for me to create value and get paid for solving the problem. Woo! What do tailors do? They solve problems, right? Talk to me now. What problems do tailors solve? What problems does a tailor solve? Cover nakedness, yes? Well, you don't need a tailor for that. You just need a piece of material, right? So what does the tailor do? What deeper problem is the tailor solving? Appearance, identity. I don't just want to cover my nakedness. I want to cover it in a way that's consistent with my sense of who I am. I want to stand out, maybe. I want to be different. I want to be classy, or, I want to get complimented on how I am dressed. I want to feel confident in how I'm dressed. The tailor is solving all those problems. So understand that problems may be real or perceived. But if there is a real problem or a perceived problem, that is the starting point for value. And as an entrepreneur, you must have an eye for problems. You must hunt them out, sniff them out, find them, okay? With a view to converting the problem into an opportunity, with a view to using your skill set to solve the problem. Does that make sense? This may sound like ABC, but there is no company in the world that's not operating on this premise. Okay? There is no business in the world that is not solving a problem, whether real or perceived, whether real or imagined, for their customers, their clients. They are solving a problem. That makes sense? If someone is on the roadside selling bananas, what problem are they solving? Hunger? What other problem? Any other problem? What? What about the problem of, I am hungry, I can afford to buy food, but I don't have time to buy food, and I'm just peckish right now, and I just need something to settle me till I get to where I'm going. So convenience, okay? Or the inconvenience of having to get out of a car, stop a car, and go somewhere else to pick something up. That's a problem for me if I'm in a hurry. Lo and behold, someone realizes that's a problem for you, but I have a skill set and I have a product and I'm going to solve that problem for you. And once in a while, not all the time, but once in a while, they know someone's going to reach into their pocket, stretch their hand out, grab the bananas, and give you the money and move on. It's based on a problem, okay? But you have to see problems differently. I'm using the phrase so that we understand, but we're going to translate that word problem, and anytime we see a problem, we're going to call it something else. We're going to call it an opportunity, okay? So I want you to look, when you walk out today, start counting the numbers of opportunities around you. And it will shock you that though there are very few jobs available, there are millions of opportunities. We are surrounded by opportunities. Some of them are based on real problems, verifiable problems, empirical problems, and some are based on imaginary problems, perceived problems, personal preference problems, but we are surrounded by opportunities to create value. Where does the money come from? It comes from the value that we create. And sometimes in my seminars, if I was doing a full business seminar here, which may happen, okay? I say to people, how many of you want to make money? And they're like, yeah. I said, well, you all go into jail. It's illegal. You're not allowed to make it. You have to earn it. You can't print it. All right? See, a lot of people, I want to make money. I want to make money. I want to make money. You're not allowed to. It's illegal. Right? You cannot go home and start making money. Right? You can't make the money. The mint makes the money. The government makes the money. The bank, right? You don't go home and make the money. What you go home and do is you create solutions for people's problems. You get so familiar with their problems that you tailor-make solutions for them. You are a highly paid, profit-making problem solver. and you are in the business of solving problems. Problems for who? Woo. Well, there are three basic types of business you can go into, and now this is where I'm going to kind of break it down for people on different levels. There is what we call B2C, B2C, business to consumer. Business to consumer. That's where you are the business, and what you sell to a consumer is a solution in the form of a product or a service that solves a problem for the consumer. Bang, B2C, business. That's what the business that most people go into. They say, you know what, I'm going to start a business. I'm going to be a tailor. I'm going to be a hairdresser. What is that? Business to consumer. The end user, straight from you to the end user. That's B2C. So, if that's the kind of business that you're in, then you need to be very much aware of the problem that you are there to solve for your consumer. But there's another kind of business that is called B2B. Everyone say B2B. That's business to business. And what that means is that for every B2C transaction, for every business to consumer transaction, there are sometimes between 5 and 20 separate business to business transactions that have made the business to consumer transaction possible. In other words, your customers could be other businesses. Why? Let me give you an example. This may not be the case here, but in the United Kingdom, a lot of people eat eggs for breakfast in the morning, right? Is that popular here, eggs in the morning for breakfast? Okay. Yeah. No. Mixed response, that's fine. In the UK, everyone would say, yes, yes, all eat eggs. I said, so where do you get your eggs? I said, well, we go to the shop and we buy the eggs, okay? So the shop did a business to consumer transaction. Is that right? The consumer who's going to eat the eggs, gone to the shop, bought the eggs, and that's business to consumer. But in order for that shop to sell eggs to a consumer, there were as many as 20 different business to business transactions that took place in order to put those eggs on the shelf. That make sense? Let's try to name some of those things. How did the eggs get on the shelf? So you start with the farm, right? Then what happens to the eggs after the chickens laid the eggs? There's transportation involved, right? There's packaging involved, right? Sometimes there's graphic designs involved, right? Someone's got to design the label that goes on the packaging, yes? There's the food for the chickens. In other words, sometimes you need to open your eyes and say, what problem does this business owner face? Okay? And how can we provide a solution for existing businesses? Why is that exciting? Because typically a business has a budget. Typically. Some don't. But they're meant to. All right? So don't limit yourself to business to consumer. It may be that the service you provide is a business to other businesses, a service to other businesses. It may be that you're a good graphic designer, you're a good designer, and you're going to design the label that goes in to the clothes. You're going to design the label, the print that goes onto the packaging. You're going to design it, but who are you selling that to? Not to the public, but to another business. Then the third category is B2G. Everyone say B2G. That's business to government. Is that right? Because in order for a government to deliver services to its population, it typically has to hire service providers. It typically has to utilize the services of existing businesses. All right? The government doesn't build the road, right? You're not going to see people walking out of the Parliament building and building the road, right? They're going to contract that out. Does that make sense? And so some people's business is entirely a relationship with government. Isn't that right? Some people's business is entirely a relationship with other businesses. Some people's business is entirely a relationship with consumers. Whatever the case, it is important for you to understand that businesses, consumers, nations all face problems that demand solutions. And those people who can solve the problems are valuable. And your value is determined by the size and the complexity of the problem you solve. Now, so if you solve a general problem that everyone could solve, how much value is there in that? Little value, right? Because everyone could solve it. I'm only using you for convenience, right? Because you're there. But if you decide to quit, someone else could do it, right? But if the problem you solve is complex or the problem you solve is large, then you can demand more money. Does that make sense? Now I'm reminded of the story of the plumber that was called out to the White House. The plumber was called to the White House because the radiation system, the radiators had gone down. There was no heat in the White House, and it was an old radiation system because the White House has been around for a long time. So the plumber came in to the White House, went into the boiler room, and he tinkered around for about a minute, ting, 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 for like a minute, right? He came out, said, that's it, all fixed, all done. President said, not this president, and it's probably a hypothetical story. The president said, thank you so very much. How much will that be? What's the bill? And the plumber said, that will be 10,000 American dollars. Thank you. The president looked at the plumber and said, what? He said, okay, I want you to itemize your bill. Itemize the bill. $10,000. So the plumber said, okay. For tinkering around in the boiler room, I charge you $1. For knowing where to tinker, I charge you $9,999. Makes sense? Woo! So listen, sometimes it's not the time that you spend. It is the complexity of the issue, the expertise that you bring to the table. The fact that I can save you time. I can save you money. I can save you from reinventing the wheel, going round in circles, because I know this thing. I know how to make it work. And that's reflected in my charge. My charge, my price is a reflection of my value. And yes, you could have got a cheaper plumber who would spend 4 weeks in the White House trying to find the one thing that's gone wrong, or you could pay the $10,000 to me who knows the system inside out and knows where to tinker. I'll go in and fix it in no time. Does that make sense? Because sometimes the problem is the time. And whoever can do it fastest is worth the money. Isn't that right? Sometimes there's a tailor that can make me a nice suit, but I'm leaving on Monday. So now the fact that you make the best suits in town doesn't solve my problem. What solves my problem is the guy who says, give me your measurements, I'll have the suit delivered to you on Sunday night. Because it's the procedure. Because speed actually is one of the biggest issues facing business today, because of we are now in the age of communications and information, in which we are exchanging information at the speed of a button. years ago had to send a letter. Years ago, if Daddy Ken wanted to be in touch with me, he'd have to lick an envelope, put a stamp on the envelope, put it inside the post box, and wait and hope that in the next few weeks, I'm going to open it up. Then I'm going to have to lick an envelope, lick a stamp, and send it back to him to say, yes, we agree. But now we're able to send text messages to each other. We're able to WhatsApp each other. Come on, somebody. We are able to email each other. So then everything is under pressure to be fast. Sometimes you're worth more than the other guy, not because you can do a better job, but because you're faster than the other guy. Sometimes you're worth more than the other guy, not because you can do a better job, you can do a competitive job, but you're worth more than the other guy because you will work at hours that he won't. And my problem has come up at 10 o'clock at night. And no one else wants to do it. You understand what I'm saying? It's about finding problems and seeing if you can find a solution. So far, so good? You gonna give me a few more minutes? I hope so. Because here goes. If you're gonna make some serious money by earning it, we now know what that phrase means, right? Then you must find the pain. Woo. Find the pain. What is the pain? Get ready for it. Pain is an acronym. It stands for P, problem. A, aspiration. I, issue. N, need. Find the pain. The problem, the aspiration, the issue, or the need. Is there a problem in your community? Is there an aspiration in your community? Is there an issue? Is there a need? Is there a problem in the company? An aspiration, an issue, or a need? Is there a problem, an aspiration, an issue, or a need? Listen, the others run away from these things. As an entrepreneur, you see all of these things as opportunities and you run towards them. If there is an aspiration, then there's an opportunity. If there's an issue to resolve, there's an opportunity. If there's a problem to solve, there's an opportunity. If there's a need to be met, there's an opportunity. That's the true source of money. That's where money comes from. It comes from people who have become professional, highly paid problem solvers. They don't run away from the problems, they run towards them. Woo. So far, so good. Now, when you find a problem, here's where now I think someone's about to become a millionaire. I don't know who it is, but that person, just say amen, whoever you are. Now, here's where the millionaire is about to be born. When you find the pain in whatever sector of a person's life, could be in their personal family life, could be in their health and wellness. Did you know that health and well-being is a market? That right? It's a marketplace, right? It could be in their career, could be in their personal finance, could be in their lifestyle, right? These are all markets. Now, when you find the pain, your job is to do one of three things. Are you ready? 1, create a solution. 2, source a solution. Woo. 3, improve on an existing solution. Watch this. If you can create a solution, you're in business. Well done. Okay? But what if you can't create the solution? Do you quit? No. You source the solution. So, do you create material? Maybe. If you can create fabrics, well done. But if you can't create fabric, you can what? Source fabric. I'm gonna give you some really good news right now. For the social media, brother, do you know that You have a skill set that you can solve, you can create bespoke solutions, tailor-made solutions for businesses that need to come into the 21st century with a social media strategy. You can do that. Well done. But guess what? I can't do that. Hypothetically, I actually can do it, but hypothetically, I cannot do that. Does that mean I can't be in the business? No, because I know you, I can source you, which means I can go to my clientele and say, do you have a social media strategy? Is your business in the 21st century? No? Well, we have a solution for you. Who has it? We have a solution for you. Wait right there. Tick, 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 tick. Bruh. Yes, it's me. Listen, I got some business for you. Really? Yeah, I got this guy. His business has all potential, but he's way back in the 19th century. He's ready to come into the 21st century. I done sold the whole thing on your behalf. Really? Thanks, bruh. Thanks. Put him on the phone to me. Oh, no, not just yet. Not just yet. I'm not putting him on the phone to you just yet, brother. Sell it, brother. Come on now. Prophet said, sell it now. Come on now. I ain't putting him on the phone to you. You want me to put him on the phone to you? You think I was, listen, I was born at night, but not last night, huh? First thing I want to know, brother, is what's in it for me? Huh? Oh, I see. I know. Okay, well, I'm not interested. Okay, goodbye. Hey, bro, guess what, man? I got some business for you. Huh? He's called someone else. But for the most part, if he's got any sense in his head, he's going to say to you, all right, I'm going to give you 5% of what the contract's worth. And you're going to say, brother, please. Huh? Please, 5% is going to pay the phone bill, right? He'll pay the phone call, all right? Now listen, I'm an agent, right? I've just got you some business. I work on a very basic 15%. And if the contract is worth more than that to you, I want 20%. Actually, I want some money, brother. That's called the middleman. Sourcing solutions. Listen, you can go into any business at all. I tried it. I tested it. Any business. Are you ready for this? If you learn the business, learn the pain, find the pain, and learn the language, you can go into any business by sourcing solutions. All right? So, I was sitting down with an accountant. I changed my accountant years ago. And I was sitting down with a new accountant, and the new accountant was telling me all what he can do and so on. When I explained to him that I do business seminars for new entrepreneurs, his eyes started to pop out of his head. New entrepreneurs. Really? Yeah, I said, yeah. I said, I think I can tell from your expression that you're hoping that I might do some introductions for you, right? He said, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. And I said, that's great, because I was thinking along the same lines, because actually what I was thinking was, ka-ching! That's what I was thinking. That's kind of a British sound for a cash register. Ka-ching! Okay? I said, so I said, brother, listen, if I recommend your services in my seminars, what's in it for me? Oh, yeah, that's right. What's in it for me? He said, okay, well, we'll give you X% of what the contract's worth. We'll give you this, we'll give you that, we'll give you the other. And I said, great, done deal. I like that. That's fantastic. I'm not an accountant, but straight away, I'm able to offer that service because I can source it as a solution. Does that make sense? Right? You cut a deal. You source it as a solution. It's called the middleman. You become the middleman. Is that all right for somebody? All right. Now listen, I've done this with everything. I've done this with automobiles, right? So you got the car factory, you've got the car dealership, and they're like, okay, this is what we do. I say, well, what if I could bring you quite a bit of business? What if I could bring you some business? Well, that would be nice. I said, great, but what's in it for me? What do you want? I said, well, here's what I want. Okay? And then every time I make a referral that ends with a sale, I make money. Does that make sense? Okay? So when you find the pain, you either create a solution, but if you can't create one, you source one. You're not a tailor? Can you source a tailor? Now, don't come to me after service trying to offer me all of your different bits and services, right? Don't try to do that. But here's what I'm saying. Remember, you're growing your network. As you grow your network, you need to be known as a resourceful person. Woo! A what? A resourceful person. Yes, because we can get anything for you ultimately because we know what the pain is. We know what the issue is, the aspiration is, the need is, the problem is, and we have, we can help. We can help. And you make phone calls to your people that you know can help, and you cut your deal. Does that make sense? Listen, I know that can work on a small scale, but I want to tell you, it's working on the largest scales worldwide. Worldwide, much of the money in a transaction is going to middlemen who have made the deal happen. They connect buyers with sellers and sellers with buyers because of the strength of their network. They simply make the connections. Does that make sense? So some of you, again, not in every field, but some of you have understanding about oil, for example. You got an understanding of an aspect of the oil industry. If your network's large enough, at one point you're going to overhear someone say, we need a surveyor, or we need someone we're trying. Did I overhear you say you need it? Hey, brother, here's my card. This is the end of your search. Okay? Because I'm a very resourceful person. That makes sense? Okay. First one was create a solution. Second one was source a solution. The third one was make an improvement on an existing solution. Wow. In other words, yes, everyone can source a solution, but you can improve on that solution, even in a minute way. Now, my friend and a personal mentor of mine, his name is Brian Tracy, and he's an author of, he's a best-selling author around business success in the United States and actually around the world. He's been to Nigeria a few times, actually. And Brian says that if you can make as little as a 10% improvement on an existing product or service, the market will receive it as a new product or service. Okay? Just by making the improvement. The improvement may be the speed at which it is delivered. Simple improvement. Yes, it's the same thing that the others do, but they don't do it as fast as we do. That make sense? Yes, sir. Sometimes it is the customer service that they get afterwards that is the improvement on the service or the product. Yes, it's the same product that you could get down the street. Yes, it's the same service that you could get anywhere. But what you don't get is the commitment to you. So we've added something to the package. We take care of our clients. We take care of our customers. We're not going to leave you after you part with your money. That becomes your unique selling point. It becomes your differentiation. So sometimes it's the speed, sometimes it's the care, but you make an improvement to an existing service and the market receives you as a new product or as a new service. Does that make sense? So how do I solve people's problems? One of three ways. I either create the solution, I source the solution, or I make an improvement on an existing solution. Okay, I want you to say that back to me. How do I solve people's problems in business? I either Wow. Now, how many of you would prefer to create the solution? Yeah, there's advantages to that. What are the advantages? Ownership. Yeah, ownership. There are disadvantages to that. What are the disadvantages? Cost. Typically going to spend money creating your own solution. So what you might want to do is start by sourcing solutions and save to where you can create solutions. Does that make sense? I'm going to close out with something here. I'm going to close out now with a marketing metaphor. I'm going to close out with, there's so much more to say, but I'm going to give you a metaphor for marketing, because now that you have found the pain, why was that even important? And, I suppose ideally I really need to do my full 2-day business school here because, our commission is to raise up an army of entrepreneurs and to bring the very best ideas to people that are hungry. One of the things that we've learned is that successful entrepreneurs are committed to the demand that is in the marketplace and not to the supply. And those who fail repeatedly in business are loyal to their own supply. Their loyalty is to their product. The loyalty is to their service. The loyalty is to their brand. Instead of being loyal to the market, the consumer, the demands, the needs of the customer. And the truth is that money flows through a principle called supply and demand, right? That's the basic rule of economics, supply and demand. You know what that means for an entrepreneur? It means I don't supply anything that is not in demand. Not about to stock a lot of stuff because someone says I got a lot of stuff. Well, I might as well keep it just in case someone wants it. That's the recipe for complete failure. You start with the demand. Where is the demand? What do people want? What's hot? What are their needs? What are their problems, aspirations, issues, and needs? Where is the pain in this sector? If you start there, then you're going to source products that you already know people are trying to buy. That's why it's important to join the digital revolution. Get online and begin to understand how you can use the internet as a market research tool so that you're able to find out, is there demand for what I'm doing? Does that make sense? So you find the pain. When you find the pain, you're going to you are going to provide a solution. How? Create it, source it, or make an improvement on it. Now you've done that. Your house is full of oil. That's all you are. Your house is full of oil. How now do you take that solution and bring it to market? It's called marketing. Everyone say marketing. One more time, say marketing. Now, the point of marketing is sales, right? That's the objective. If you're marketing and there's no sales, the marketing is not working. That makes sense? So you market in order to sell. Some people think of marketing as advertising. I don't. I think that advertising is an aspect of marketing, but marketing is not advertising. So I'm going to give you a marketing metaphor. And once I've given you this metaphor, hopefully it will spark an idea about how you can begin to market your solutions. What do you want to market? Your solutions. You want people to know that you have a solution? Do you want everyone to know you have a solution? No. You don't want everyone. Why does everyone need to know you have a solution? Guarantee you don't have a solution for everyone. If I were to ask you, who do you have a solution for? And you said everyone, I guarantee you're wrong. Everyone doesn't have need of the same issue. Right? There is a niche market. Everyone say niche market. Okay? So the metaphor I'm going to give you for marketing is fishing. Fishing. Marketing is fishing. Woo. Jesus said what? Follow me and I will what? Make you fishers of men. I kind of say that to people in my seminars. Follow me and I will make you fishers of men. I've said that in secular seminars, right? But I'm talking about marketing. Marketing is fishing. Now, for a big company with a big brand and a big budget, their marketing is like fishing with a net. They throw a big net out over a big space in the hope that they'll catch something. They know they're going to catch a lot, and they hope that some of those catches are good fish. Isn't that right? That's what happens when someone goes on TV, right? You get on TV, what are you doing? Throwing out a big net. You know you're going to catch stuff. And you're hoping that in the catch, there are some actual customers. Yes? When a big company sponsors a sport event, what are they doing? Fishing with a net. But guess what? For you and I, we can't fish with a net. Do you know why? Nets are very expensive. Requires a big budget and a big brand to go fishing with a net, right? Yes, I do consult with companies that use the net for fishing, but they have the money to use the net for fishing. It works for them. What do independent entrepreneurs use for fishing? Are you ready for this? We use a boat. We use a line. We use a rod. We use a hook. And we use bait. Isn't that right? We go out and we catch our fish one by one. Isn't that right? And we spend a day catching fish. So let's break down the metaphor. What is the boat? The boat is your business. Where are you trying to get the fish? In the boat. Right? They're in the sea. You want to get them in the boat. What is the sea? It is the pool of potential. You there? The sea is the what? It is the pool of potential customers. When you walk out the door and you look down the street, there's a pool of potential customers. Yes? Where do you have to bring your business? Your boat. Into the pool. Hello? You don't stick up a sign and tell the fish to come. You bring the business to where the fish are. Is that fair to say? Where do you bring the business? Where the fish are. So if you're going to be visible in a potential pool of customers. Does that make sense? So if you're a tailor and you make fashion clothes, where do you want to put your boat? Who's likely to buy your stuff? I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. Now, okay, are you going to advertise in the desert? So you want to find those areas where people are all dressing well. That's where you're going to put your flyers out, right? That's where you're going to drop your stuff off. That makes sense? Because you want to be fishing where there's some fish. You want to connect with people that like to dress that way. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, what do you throw into the pool? Do you throw a hook into the pool and say, fish, come, bite on this hook, this big iron hook, just bite it, come fish? No. What you throw in is what? Bait. Wow. And if all I could do, if I could close with this, I'd be very happy. You have to bait your pool. You have to bait your pool. And I realize this doesn't apply to business on all levels, but you have to bait your pool. You know, some of the people who have gotten me, for example, let's take the internet guy. Some of the people who have gotten me in the past and gotten me to spend thousands of pounds with them on internet stuff are people who made up a dummy website for me and said, Bishop Malcolm, please take a look at this. Wow. Yeah, that could be you. What have they done? They've baited me. Okay? Some of the people that I've gotten to design my flyers simply designed a flyer for me and said, this is the quality that we're able to bring to you. Wow, they've baited me. Really, you have to be prepared to give away something for nothing in order to get buy-in when you're operating independently. So you bait your market. What you send out is bait. It would take quite a session to deal with baiting. If there's no hook in your bait, what are you doing? You're feeding fish. Right? What is the hook in your bait? It is the sale. It's the point at which you say, give me your money. That's the hook. Give me your money. Yes? Does anyone have a problem saying it's payment time? Anyone have a problem with that? Some people feel awkward about that. Some people feel awkward about saying, okay, listen, I don't even want to say this. It's difficult to say, but it is going to cost you. It's going to cost something. I don't even like discussing this. I don't even know how to say this. It just is going to, there's some money involved. You ain't going to be in business for very long, right? Because you need to be at a place where you understand you're not taking something from anyone. You are getting something to them. You believe in your own value so much. You believe in the solution that you're going to provide so much that the money that they're paying for the solution is a fraction of the value they're getting from the solution.
Thank you for participating in Bishop Wayne's teaching today. We trust that you were enlightened and edified by the principles and strategies shared. Bishop Wayne is currently opening up spaces in his Inner Circle coaching program, designed to take a handful of serious entrepreneurs through his elite training system. The system takes you behind the scenes to reveal the secrets and strategies of high-performing entrepreneurs in the knowledge-based industries. A knowledge-based industry includes any business that sells wisdom, advice, or expertise. For example, professional services like an attorney or an accountant, real estate agents and financial advisors, marketing and ad agencies, therapists and practitioners, consultants and coaches, public speakers and activists, artists and entertainers, preachers and ministries alike would all benefit from having the business bishop as the coach in their corner. A product-based business would also benefit from these strategies, given that the digital age favors personal brands. This program is designed to build you a visible and credible personal brand, to build you an audience of perfect prospects, to monetize your brand with premium offers, and to automate your processes so that your system works while you sleep. To this end, the Business Bishop would like to partner with you for success. Spaces are limited in this program, and access is by application only. While we cannot guarantee that you will be accepted into this program, we advise that you apply now. Successful applicants will enjoy a one-to-one consultation with Bishop Wayne to determine if you are the right fit for the program. Your one-to-one consultation with the Bishop is not a sales call. It is more of an interview in which the Bishop will want to know that your business idea is a business he is pleased to support, that you are coachable and ready to commit to the program, and that you can afford the program fees. If you pass the application and interview, then Bishop Wayne will take you under his wing to grow your business into a profit-making path to freedom. You can apply now by clicking the link beneath this message.
Join Bishop Wayne Malcolm for his exclusive January webinar series entitled, How to Start Your Own Movement and Why It Even Matters. This series is designed for kingdom entrepreneurs, professionals, influencers, and creators alike who want to make 2025 a defining year of distinction and destiny. It comes loaded with lessons and packed with principles on how to build a following in the digital age. It further explains why you must take your following beyond simply buying your stuff to becoming believers in your message and methods. It's eye-opening and has the potential to revolutionize your business, organization, or ministry. The webinar takes place each Monday in January at noon Eastern Standard Time. Registration is free, and the link is in the description. Register now. This could be the transformation you've been praying for.
Hey there, entrepreneurs! If you enjoy the teachings of Bishop Wayne Malcolm, I've got something amazing for you. Introducing the New Breed Community, an exclusive online platform for kingdom-conscious entrepreneurs, professionals, investors, and creators. This isn't just a community, it's a movement where we discuss and explore kingdom concepts. Here, kingdom-minded people connect, share, learn, and grow together. Inside, you'll find exclusive content from Bishop Wayne Malcolm, including special sessions just for members. And the best part? It's free to join. The New Breed Community sits on the Heartbeat platform, where Bishop Wayne Malcolm is excited to meet you online. Join us for weekly Q&A sessions with Bishop Wayne and get exclusive insights that can transform your life. Love to read? Join our book club to feed your mind and spirit. Got a prayer request? Post it and let's lift each other up. Have a testimony? Share how God's goodness is shining in your life. We're more than just a community, we're a movement. Discover the powerful relationship between your profession and your purpose. Join us now on the Heartbeat platform. Connect with us and let's grow together. Bishop Wayne Malcolm and the New Breed Community are waiting for you. So what are you waiting for? Hit that join button and step into a world of connection and growth. A warm welcome awaits you. See you on the inside.
Yo, it's time to rise, wake up from your sleep. Bishop Wayne's got the guidance, the wisdom runs deep. Subscribe and like, let's spread this truth loud. Comment, share it wide, let's stand tall, be proud. Kingdom coaching, we got the plan. Success principles, grab a hold and take a stand. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Bishop Wayne's teaching, we're climbing the stair. In the kingdom of hopes, together we'll thrive. With biblical truths, we'll keep dreams alive. Elevate your mind, shift that identity. In the marketplace of life, claim your clarity. Rule in the midst of the trials and the gloom. With faith as your armor, watch blessings consume. Stand firm, be bold, let your light be known. With each step forward, you'll claim your throne. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Bishop Wayne's teaching, we're climbing the stair. In the kingdom of hopes, together we'll thrive. With biblical truths, we'll keep dreams alive. So rise up now, don't let this pass. The kingdom awaits, it's time to amass. So rise up now, don't let this pass. The kingdom awaits, it's time to amass.